Welcome. Merry Christmas. Thought I'd just come on for a few minutes. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Pam. Good to see you. I thought I'd come on and say Merry Christmas and talk for a short time. And I'm glad you're feeling better. Hi, Jackie. Merry Christmas to you. It's cold and raining here. I just got home from my son's house. Yes, I knew that, I was going to get home before dark because it's raining like crazy. So I knew I'd come on for a little bit. How was your Christmas day and your Christmas Eve yesterday? Downpoured all day here too. Oh, yeah, for the last few days. We had a little bit of sunshine yesterday morning and then it kind of sprinkled, but day before it just rained all day. In fact, I had put all the gifts in, plastic bags because I didn't want things to get wet. It's 49 degrees. I'm going to check and see what it is here. But when it's raining, you just feel cold. It's 53 here, and for Southern California, that's on the cold side. Yeah, it's supposed to clear up by 7 o'clock tonight. Good. I'm glad you're resting today. We had our big Christmas yesterday, and then uh, today we opened gifts this morning and just kind of relaxed. We do the dinner on Christmas Eve, so we just kind of snacked and cold cuts, crackers, and salami, cheese, and all that kind of stuff today. Which I like doing the big celebration on Christmas Eve. Hi, Sharon. Good to see you. I hope everyone's having a good Christmas. You like my sand? It's a sweatshirt and it's nice and warm. I wore a sweater yesterday, and that goes to show you how I'm not used to the cold anymore. But I had a red sweater on yesterday. That I bought this last Christmas. I have 3 other Christmas shirts. And so what I usually do is wear them. They're black with Christmas scene on them. I wear them in November and December and January. Hi, Pamela. Good to see you. I didn't know how many would come on today, but I thought, well, I'll stop by and say Merry Christmas to everyone. And I hope you all had a good holiday. And it just came so fast, it seemed like this year. I don't know. Or I'm running behind or something. But I think I'll leave my direct decorations up till at least the first week in January. And then take them down for another year. And I'm alone, but my son left a gift for me to open. Oh, no, that's nice. Cordless drill. I am so excited. That sounds neat, Sharon. Well, I got my daughter-in-law and son got me a $50 Hobby Lobby gift card, and then a gift card for the salon that she goes and gets her hair done. And I went there once to get my hair done, and I just don't do it because it's so expensive. But it was a great Christmas treat, and then my son's putting me on his telephone plan, which is great. Hi, Marlene. Good to see you. So I had a good Christmas. I have no complaints. Wish it hadn't cooled off and rained so much, but other than that, it's been good. It's been good. Yes, my daughter-in-law says, "Hey, you can more fabric." Yes, I was thrilled with that one. That's my favorite gift card was the Hobby Lobby one. I that is I used to go to Michael's, but now Hobby Lobby has become my favorite store. So I will have to find some pretty stuff there. And this coming Saturday, I know it's New Year's, but I'll probably do some of the jewelry from the 91-year-old friend. Because I've got to get with my creations again. I only have about 4 or 5 things left. So I will be creating some tote bags too. Yeah, I have never in one sitting went to Hobby Lobby and got through the whole store. There is so much to see. And they will be having after Christmas sales. But I love their fabric there. That's the quality is just you can't beat it. It's just tops. Yes, I had a good Christmas. Yeah, I spent the night last night at my son's, so then we kind of just stayed in our pajamas all day. I dressed up when it was time for me to come home. So it's kind of nice. I like the way we do it on Christmas Eve. We have the big, like Christmas Eve afternoon, and then at night we have our big celebration then. So Christmas Day, then it's just kind of relaxing, opening gifts, and watching the kids. Yeah, it was like 53 now. I don't know what it was earlier. Yeah, it's 53. And for Southern California, that's cool. And it's raining, and I don't know, but no matter what the temperature is, when it's raining, it just feels colder for some reason. So hopefully some of you got to be with your family. I know I have spent Christmases by myself, so I do know how that feels. I always had my Christmas decorations up. And tomorrow should be a nice, relaxing day. I know some people take their Christmas decorations down the day after Christmas, but I don't do that. I like to, there's so much work to put up. I'd like to enjoy them for at least another week or two. Oh, it's 42 there. Yeah. Yeah, the streets here um, are so wet. Now, if you drive in the middle lanes, not so bad, but the two outer lanes, there's puddles. So it's rained hard. Oh, 73. Wow. That's my kind of temperature. Although I've just kind of gotten used to the warmer weather because in all those years I lived in Idaho and Nevada and we had snow. And in Idaho, I've seen below zero a lot of winters. But I'm used to the warm weather now. But we need the rain here, so it's getting dark here too. It is 4:59 here in Pacific time. They say it never rains in California. Yeah, yeah. You know how people think they know the weather everywhere. 70 in Arkansas. Mm. Merry Christmas, Lori. Welcome. Yeah, I don't mind it. Like if it's 53 degrees here, but like I said, when it's raining and then you go out in the rain and you feel a little wet, it just feels colder. Hi, Paula. Good to see you. How was your Christmas, Paula? Did you have a good Christmas? Oops, here. Let's see. Oh, I'm glad you like it, Lori. I thought it was pretty. Let's see. I tried to say something, Paula. I gave you a wrench, but let's see. You should have turned blue. There we go. Yeah, it's been kind of a crazy couple of years, but I just try to enjoy it. You just got to enjoy your life and don't listen to all the stuff going on. You've been home all day. Yeah, that's why. Nice. Like I said, I spent a lot of Christmases by myself after my husband died, but that's why I moved to Southern California. My son's about 6 miles from me. So, hi, New England thrifter. Welcome. Merry Christmas to you. Good to see you here. Yeah, as much as I like the weather in Southern California, but I'm here because my son's here. I turned blue. I've been okay. Yes, I turned you blue. Well, I hope everybody's had a good Christmas. Even if you're alone, had a very peaceful, Christmas. Yeah, it would be nice if things were a little better. I'm having a quiet Christmas and enjoying it. Sometimes the quiet, yes, is good. I had Christmas jammies on all day until it was time for me to drive home, and I dressed up. My daughter in law's mom bought me the cutest pajamas. Everyone knows I love the red truck, and I love all the trucks actually. And she bought me these pajamas with the red truck. So I'm crazy about them. You had all six grandchildren. Oh, wow. Then you should have had a very noisy house, Paula. No, I decided, Lori, I better dress up before I drive home. Yes, I've eaten like that. Sometimes when we're alone, we tend to, and I've always been a stress eater. I can control it. That's one good thing. Um, I've never been a real big woman, but um, sugar, carbs make you feel better. Yes, I'm really thrilled. I had to get a new phone, like see, about 6 or 8 months ago. So I have the iPhone 12. Quiet dinner and my dad. Oh, that sounds neat, Jackie. Very noisy and overwhelming. With six kids, yeah, it would be noisy. Yes. Well, we had Christmas Eve actually at my daughter-in-law's sister's house, which is just down the street from them, and then opened a few gifts. And then today we were at my son's, and we opened gifts in the morning. And after opening gifts and cooking and snacks and all of that, the houses are always messy looking. So you clean before the holidays, and then you have to clean afterwards. Yeah, Lori, like I said, it takes some adjustment um, when you're all of a sudden alone. But if you think of the real reason for Christmas and put some nice Christmas music on or a Christmas story, and you can get through it. Which is only 3 weeks old, and this was the first time the baby seen me. Oh, how exciting, Paula! That is so exciting. Yeah, my daughter-in-law's sister just had a baby just before Thanksgiving, and Other than feeding time, she slept most of yesterday, just when she wanted to be fed. So they have 3 girls now. I said, "Oh, wait till they're teenagers. That ought to be a ball." Went the other day to the phone store and it was 2-hour wait. Oh my gosh. Sometimes I don't know about there, but I know here sometimes you can make an appointment. Oh, I'm sorry, Lori, you got sick. My son wasn't feeling good, and that's why he's better today. But that's why we moved Christmas Eve over to my daughter-in-law's sister's house because with the new baby and everything, didn't feel like we should have it at my son's house. But he was much better today. This is the time of year always. When my kids were little, one of them always got sick for Christmas for some reason. Nephew has 3 girls and 1 boy. Oh, yeah. My granddaughter's that way. She's been in a better mood lately, but yeah, they have that hormonal thing. That's why I said, can you imagine 3 girls when they were teenagers, what it would be like? Life won't be dull, that's for sure. So what's everyone doing tomorrow? Are you just going to relax after the Christmas or clean or it's like, okay, Queen, I do know 1 or 2 things. Oh, yeah. My granddaughter sometimes she'll correct me no matter what. The boys, yeah, they don't care how I pronounce something or what I say. Yeah. Hi, Autumn. Welcome. Good to see you. Merry Christmas to you, and I hope you had a wonderful day. It's a day also to reflect on our blessings and how thankful that we are. Not that life is perfect, but it could always be worse. So to be thankful. And it's sad when your family doesn't live close by, and you're by yourself. Like I said, I've been there, done that. Oh, wonderful. I want to see that Jewel snowman. Our English Rose isn't here yet, but she sent me a picture of she did a jeweled red truck. Oh, I love it. You know how I love the red truck anyway. So if Jackie will send a picture to me and I have her permission, I will do just a quick little video and show everyone. That should be really cute. I love my jewelry art so much. I have a Christmas tree and pumpkin and all those. I just keep them up all the time. My walls are covered. Yes, Pam. I have been praying for you. I was so worried about you that I told you God has more for you to do. Got lots more for you to do. You have to spread your faith and your joy in life, and um, he needs people like you. Thank you, Jackie. Oh, Pam, I'm ashamed to say how many wood frames I have. Although I could get some different ones. I had bought some, I ordered online last year, some from Dollar Tree. God bless you, Pam. Um, I've got lots of rabbits. I have some chicks and some eggs, Easter eggs. And then I have some other ones, but I don't have a star. I could get a star. Oh, and I have a turkey. And so, yeah, my next one's going to be a cross. And then this week, I'm hoping to do a DIY on junk journaling. I got some ideas on making the pockets and the inserts for journaling. A pickup truck, yeah. I should do a red truck. I have the blue truck with pumpkins in the back of it. I've got a red truck with pumpkins. I've got the Christmas trees. I said it has to be the country in me because I lived in the country growing up, and when I was married to my first husband, we lived on a cattle ranch. I just love the truck. And in my bedroom, if you've seen the pictures, I have a smaller Christmas tree on my dresser and it's decorated in the red truck. Cross that I had done with the jewelry, but it's promised out to someone else. I still need to get their address. Oh, very nice, Paula. Yeah, I've done, let's see, 4 crosses. One was a custom order. And then I have 2 crosses that I kept. Let's see, 1, 2. And I gave one away. But I am going to make another one. And I've been collecting rhinestone, broken jewelry. And I want to do the cross in all clear rhinestones. Why don't you do red truck jewelry art? I haven't done a red truck yet, but I will. I will. I haven't done the red truck, and there's a couple of pieces I haven't done. I actually, especially when I was selling a lot of jewelry, I buy jewelry lots from a lady who's my favorite seller on eBay, and I go through and I pick out the stuff that I was going to resell. Then anything that maybe has a little damage to it, I save for my jewelry art. So I've saved jewelry for a long time. What are you planning for tomorrow, Judy? Kind of just to catch up, relax, catch up, and then start working again on Monday. It's the first time I actually took a week off I did ship my packages on Monday and did a few things, but I pretty much took the week off because I've been really pushing. I write me a schedule out every morning and usually get everything done on my schedule. Did I tell you I loaded up a car full of donations to go to Kentucky? A charity. Oh, how wonderful. God bless you, Sharon. I just think when you give, people who don't give just don't know what they're missing, the blessings that you get from helping others. And it's just a, I don't know, it's a feeling of, it's a reward. And you might not, or you shouldn't expect anything back, but you know what? Sometimes later on in life when you're in need, there's other people there to help you. Well, the saying, what goes around comes around. So that's a wonderful gesture, Sharon. And Kentucky certainly needed it. And there's so many people in need right now. Yep. There has been times in my life that I didn't know how I was going to make it. And God always pulled me through. Somehow, if I was down to my last dollars, something came through for me. Yeah. Some of them, they're just, you know, all their possessions. It goes to show you that what's most important is your life, not our material things. And let's face it, material, it's wonderful to own things. It's wonderful to have things that we like and desire, but they're not permanent. And the danger is when people start worshiping material things. Yep. I've had tough times too. Yep. Hi, Irene. So wonderful to see you. God bless you. And hope you had a wonderful Christmas. Yep. I remember a time when I worked at the hospital and when, in a small town, you don't make big bucks. And back then you didn't. And then I used to sew for other people and had to sew in wee hours of the morning because the next day I needed to get paid so I could buy milk for my kid. But you know what? It all of that makes you stronger and builds your faith. It gives you strength to never give up. Hi, Blandine. So good to see you. I was worried about you because I know you weren't feeling real good. So welcome, welcome. Let me see. Let me give Irene. Where are you here? Okay. Say something, Irene. See if I it got you blue. Yep, you always find a way if you don't give up. There you go. So yeah. Now Irene has a sense of humor. And by the way, anyone who wants to put their links in, please feel free to do it. I welcome that on this channel. I just thought I got home from my son's and I had said last week that I was going to try to come in and talk for a little bit. No, without going into negativity, Selena does not speak to me anymore. So God bless her. I pray for her. That's life. Thank you, Irene. Irene has, when her and Carol and a few of the other people get on, she is a scream. You want to laugh, you go over to her channel. And I think we all need that. We need to get away from negativity and doom and gloom. That's okay, Lori. Like I said, um, I I think sometimes when well, how should I say this to not offend anyone? Sometimes when you talk about the Lord, you know, the devil attacks you. And that's what happens sometimes. Hi, Cynthia. Welcome. And sometimes people listen to other people that I'll put it down like this. Happy people don't bash other people. Happy people don't condemn other people. And I'll leave it that way. Oh, Lori, Pam has a great channel and talk about quilting and junk journaling and her superior. And yes, I love to brag about her because it's the truth. I follow YouTube past on Christmas Eve suddenly. What? Oh, fellow YouTuber. Oh my gosh. Who was that? Did you remember his name? My husband is in New Mexico looking for Prop 5 property. Oh wow. So you're thinking about maybe moving there or just an investment? You, Blandine, you will love her channel. She, um, like I said, sometimes you just need to kick back and laugh. It could be goofy stuff, silly stuff, who cares? But just laugh. And the first time I heard about Irene is from Carol. And they welcomed me. It was wonderful. Oh, you're leaving California. I don't blame you. I wish my son had decided to get out of California. What it costs, it's what I'm paying for a 1 bedroom small apartment, not a big apartment, is more than what I paid for a house payment in Nevada, like a brand new house. Oh, I think I heard about, I can't remember the name, but a dumpster diver, Billy and Julie. Billy died suddenly. So, see, we don't know. You know, sometimes we have things going on inside of us that we don't know. And there isn't a test on this planet that can detect everything. That's why I know I'm old, but I even felt this way when I was younger. Live each day to the fullest with no regrets and just do your best and be thankful. But that is the hardest. Losing somebody suddenly without any previous health issues, I think is one of the hardest. Like even in an accident, um, or sudden heart attack. I had an uncle years ago, and my dad's side of the family were all cowboys, farmers, and he loved his horses. And he went horseback riding and got off the horse and keeled over and died. But I always said he died doing what he loved and he didn't suffer. But that's hard on the family because not that you're ever completely prepared, because no one is. And I know our Blandine has went through that twice. And it's very hard. But when we live each day and then try to show kindness to each other, we may not always agree with each other, but that's okay. We don't have to be mean or rude at it. That's why I don't allow politics on my channel. And I like to have prayer requests, but I don't talk like different religions because we all have our own mind and choice. I respect and like prayer requests because I do have a prayer angel group and I welcome that. But I don't like to get into subjects that we're not always going to agree, but that doesn't mean that we can't like each other and respect each other. Yeah, it is. It's hard without any family. Now, as far as my immediate family, my older brother, who I was very close to, died 6 years ago. And his wife totally is got dementia. She doesn't know anything anymore. In fact, I think it's Alzheimer's. Um, and so my family is, well, my parents naturally are gone since I'm old. But yeah, my family is, I have some cousins that are still alive, but all the older generations are all dead. So 3.5 acres and two-bedroom house for 90,000. Oh my gosh. Cynthia, that is, hey, go for it. If you like it, that is, yeah. Yeah, my rent on, I have not quite, I don't have 500 square feet and I pay $1,215 a month. Yeah, which is really sad and everything has went up. Let's see what I miss, sweetie. Oh, I miss. I got to get around to catching up and going and watching Paula's. Paula is putting some interesting videos up with their family, and I've been so busy that that's why this week I just decided I haven't taken a week off in several years. Yeah, gas is just about $5 here. And food, everything has went up. Well, it's went up everywhere, but our gas, with California laws, we have to have special gas here. So the process, they process our gas. You know, it's the emissions and all that crap. Um, so we pay an outrageous price for gas. Don't mind me coughing. I slept at my son's last night, and the kitty cat Pixie likes to sleep close to me, and I'm basically not totally allergic to cats, but my allergy test showed that I'm slightly allergic to cats. So I cough more when she sleeps close by. It's almost 4. Yeah. But just going to the grocery store, oh my gosh, I can't believe. I bet, Cynthia. God bless you, and I hope you find just what you want. And you're so blessed to be able to get out of California. I won't ever, while I'm alive, get out of here unless my son decides to move now. I think his wife would like to move. And they did look at some places in Texas that I don't know my son will ever. Yeah, meat. I very seldom ever buy meat anymore. Can't afford it. Yeah, it's just it's terrible. I guess as long as you get some protein in you, that meat prices are awful. I used to like to I would buy a larger size steak and I would cut it in 3 pieces and, just use and then cook one piece and freeze the other, but meat prices is absolutely terrible. Standing rib roasted was $76. Oh my gosh. That's awful. That is absolutely we're all become vegans. Yeah, true. And fresh veggies are not cheap either. And I don't really like canned vegetables, but at least I think veggies and fruit, at least in when they're in season, aren't quite as bad. That is bad. $76 for a standing rib roast. Oh my gosh. That is horrible prices. Yeah, I used to be able to, especially when I was really trying to eat healthy, I would go and, I'm by myself and I do eat a meal at my son's once a week. But I would go and be able to get a healthy diet for around $45, $50 a week. And that included like a steak, salad stuff, fruit, milk, you know, and some goodies. And can't do it anymore. You just absolutely. My small ham was $35. Oh my gosh. We had really relaxing. It was my daughter-in-law fixed lasagna. We don't do the typical on Christmas Eve, and it's nice. And I made 2 cheese balls. I made one that I liked, but I tried one that was pineapple and cream cheese, and it needed something else, and I followed the recipe exactly. It was too blah. I will never make that again. And the other one, had a lot of different seasoning, and then I rolled it in ground walnuts, and it was a lot better. I love steak once in a while. I'm not a person that has to have meat all the time. Now, when my son barbecues steak, that I really like. It's really, really tender, and but I could be a vegetarian without any problem. Yeah, we had lasagna, and there was a lot of other different things, but we do more of a relax, which I like. We have time to, let celebrate and watch the kids and open their gifts and just visit instead of just cooking a lot. Naturally, we had dessert, and I even had a small glass of wine because I didn't have to drive home, so I could have a glass of wine. Because normally, if I'm driving home, I'm not a drinker anyway, but I did have a small glass of wine, a steak for myself. I marinated overnight. Yeah, that's always good. You will laugh when my little Shih Tzu was alive, and oh gosh, she passed away 12 years ago. I would buy a steak, and once a month I would share it with her. I would cook it, and this was after my husband died, and I would slice it in little tiny pieces, and boy, she loved it. Hi, Jessica. Welcome, welcome. So good to see you. And put your link in. Anyone? Let's see. Let me give you a wrench so you can put your link in. I welcome people to put their links in. And you should, the next time you say something, Jessica, you should be blue. Yeah, the prices, people who actually live out in the country are, there we go, so blessed that, you can grow maybe a garden and, maybe even raise a cow or pig or something. That's healthy eating too. And it tastes so much better. My first husband we raised hogs, and I got used to that good meat. And after I bought pork at the store, did not like it. Hi, Ash Red Dog Mom. Welcome. So good to see you. I like when I see you. Once in a while, you come in. Chickens are a good source. Yeah, and eggs. When I went to nursing school, I didn't go to nursing school until I was in my 30s. And so, and I had kids, so I used a lot of eggs because we got protein. It's hard when your budget's very small and you're going to school, and meat tastes so much better when, yes, it does. Like I said, it was a long time I could not. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. My first time. You are the very first. I think that is wonderful. I'm going to write your name down as my very first. Oh, that is wonderful. Merry Christmas. Okay, now I need to give you a ranch. Now, you should you should be blue too next time you say something. Well, I hope everyone had a nice, let's see. I hope, let's see. I got you. The next time you should say it should be blue. Yeah, can you believe 2022? I got to go renew my driver's license by the 1st of March, too. Can't believe I got my last license for 5 years, and I can't believe the 5 years went by already. Well, Lori, we pray that it will be a better year. I think we all try to do our best and think positive. You just got yours done. Oh, that's right. You were talking about your car inspection. I remember that. And that went well, Irene, right? I'm going to do one on New Year's Day. I don't know if anyone will show up, but I'm basically going to do, I think remember I said I had a 91-year-old friend who has some fashion jewelry. I think I will do that. And then I need to do some more of my creations. But so on the 25th, and if whoever shows up, and we can do, chat, and I'll show a few things. And yep, you're right. I gave my life to the Lord 5 or 6 years ago. And I wish I always believed. I was always a believer, but you know what? We do we think we're in control and we're not. In my life, I'm the most, even being old, I'm the most happiest in my life right now. Oh, Pam, good night, and God bless you. And I'm glad you're feeling better. I appreciate all the support. And like I said, what I say to everyone in my sales, I don't expect everybody to buy all the time. But if you go in and watch my videos, watch the advertisements. That's how you get paid. And leave a comment. That's helping me too. I know I can't buy every time I go into an auction or a sale. Just, you know, we have a budget and everything has gone up so much. That's why I kind of just stopped doing the jewelry auctions. Times are getting tough, and my channel is more important. And I don't want anyone ever to feel obligated or feel bad if they can't buy. Just come in and visit. And now I show a few things. I show my creations, and maybe occasionally a few pieces of jewelry, but just enjoy visiting with everyone. And I figure every little bit helps. But if you watch my videos, and you know if a video is boring and you just put it on and go and do something, we get credit for it because it's running. You don't have to sit there and watch it even. And it really helps. And the comments, thumbs up help. Actually, even the thumbs down help. Somebody's watched it if they put a thumbs down, or at least started to watch it, put it that way. Your life is never boring. I try not to, but I am human. I'm far from being perfect. I don't even pretend to be perfect. I just do my best. I try to enjoy life. And the biggest mistake, from what I see, looking back and in my medical profession, the biggest mistake I see people make is when they retire, they don't do anything. No, you're not, but you cannot be boring, Irene. How in the heck can you be boring? I laughed all the way every time I've been in there recently since I found your channel. And that's okay if you're quiet. And there are days too when I have lymphedema in my leg, especially my left leg. And if I'm in pain, I'm a little more quiet, but you're still in there. And sometimes, I have a tough schedule with sewing and trying to get all my crafts and stuff done and working for my son. Sometimes I'll just put on an auction and I'll put my phone over by my sewing machine and I'll listen while I'm sewing. Yeah. Um, I always tell the story. I took care of this lady in the nursing home who actually was a legal secretary for one of the politicians. She was a brilliant lady, and her daughter told me this story. Once she retired, she decided she was going to sit in her chair and watch TV and eat bonbons. She was not going to do anything. And it wasn't too long after that, she ended up in the nursing home. You have to use the brain, you have to do something. Um, just pick out something you really enjoy doing, but you have to stimulate the brain. I always challenge myself with a new computer program, you teach myself something. Yeah, see, Laurie, that's great. But you're doing. You're not just sitting there watching something all the time. Do you know how I started years and years ago? This really ages me. Some of you young ones won't maybe remember, but the Commodore 64 computer, it's a little computer. And I bought one of those from a catalog. And with the book, taught myself. I did have 2 computer classes when I was purchasing supervisor. I did that besides being a nurse in the hospital, but I only had 2 classes. And yeah, and it's only because I kept up with it and I still challenge myself. I'm challenging myself on, um, doing my thumbnails and creating different things. And then I always have a resource with my son if there's, a question, but um, I've taught myself for years and I just say, do something. Um, Even if it's word puzzles, um, you got to get those brain. You got to use your brain. But do something you enjoy, and you will find that you won't age as fast. See, if I sit and watch TV too long, I'll just fall asleep. So that's useless. Although now the YouTube videos, they keep me awake. But say if I just put a movie on or something and Scrabble, yeah, that's great. Before I started my YouTube channels and then my 2 Facebook groups, I read a book a week and I loved it. Now I don't have time, but yeah, a lot of people love Scrabble. I don't like word games. Just don't. But like I said, you have to pick out something that you enjoy and that you can. It's like when I was telling my son that today. When I sit at the sewing machine or I do my jewelry art, I can tune the world out. If something's bugging me, I can just get so involved in what I'm doing that I stopped stressing about, and most of the things that we worry about don't really ever happen. I can't say that some don't, but most of them don't. The good matching game. Very good. Yes. Any of the games that make you think are really will keep you younger. Used to read a lot too, but now that I'm doing crafts, yeah. But you're doing something, Sharon. You're crafting. You're using your brain. You even with the jewelry art. I'll put a piece down. Sometimes I like that position, and other times I'll move it and say, "Oh, that doesn't look good there." You're having to think. You're having to design that in your mind. It's like the other day. I think I told this story the other day too, but on Facebook, there's this new tote bag that I seen, and I do make some tote bags, but I had not seen a pattern like this one. I normally cut my own patterns, but I thought, gosh, that looks really cute. I really like that. The pattern was like 11 or $12. And then I read the reviews on it, and the complaint was they didn't even send directions. And I looked at that and I thought, you know what? I can make that myself. I know I can. And so I got, contact paper, and the back has the squares, and I turned it over, designed it, and I cut my pattern. And I can't wait to sew that, cut my fabric and get it sewed. But I thought, just things like that. They will. And if you don't like crafting and you're able to afford going to the gym, or you can exercise at home, whatever, it's just you need to keep busy. Why getting ready for bed at 2? I keep listening. Why getting ready for bed at 2 o'clock in the morning? Very very crafty. Yeah. I don't know, sometimes I've always stayed up late, and but lately it's kind of since the time change, I started going to bed early and then waking up early. So I don't know, my hours of. I just finished a stencil project. Oh, wow. I'd like to see a picture of that, Sharon. I've never done any stenciling. I've seen some really nice things, but crocheting and quilting. I love to quilt, and I've made, several quilts. Crocheting and knitting is a riot. Oh, yes. I have crocheted lace on pillowcases. That's an old thing. People don't do that probably much anymore. But the first time in high school in home economics, we had a quarter of crocheting and knitting, and that was the scream. And I still crochet and knit the same way. I always end up with this little hole somewhere. And the thing is, I never liked it. And I think to do a good job, that you really have to like something to really learn it well. I'm listening. Oh, you have guinea pigs. Wow. Yeah. We have a couple at my son's house. There's a couple of guinea pigs. And my granddaughter has 2 little rabbits in her room that are so tame and really nice rabbits. Let's see the channel name. Very crafty. Am I getting ready for? Yeah, if when you come in here to, if you have a channel that, you know, you think we might enjoy and have some good ideas, put the link in. Jessica has 3. Oh, wow. Now, my granddaughter she has 2 rabbits, and then she had 2 guinea pigs in her bedroom, believe it or not. But somehow the rabbits she's not allergic to, but the guinea pigs, she'd wake up with her eyes all swollen. So the guinea pigs actually are outside and they're thriving. They love it. They have a building that they can go under to sleep in. And, we feed them and water them, and they love the grass. They look so healthy. And the weather here basically is very mild. So it's never too cold, but guinea pigs eat all day long. And they're so much happier. In fact, when you go out the door, they'll come up and greet you because they know you've got food for them, and they love, pellets and lettuce and all kinds of stuff like that, and hay. And they've gotten really friendly where they weren't when they were in the house. They're so spoiled, yeah. Well, I have never seen the guinea pigs at my son's house that they ever stop eating. They eat just all day long. Your fur babies. And I can't think of the breed of the rabbits my granddaughter has, but they are so cute and so tame. She can even open her bedroom door and they stay in there. They're loose, they're not in cages. And they are very spoiled, very well taken care of, and very tame, they like people. So we say her bedroom is like a farm, but those are her babies. The one, Lori, might be the lopped ear. I think, yeah, I'm going to write that down. I'm going to ask her, but I'm thinking that's what the one is. Do the ears stick way up all the time? And around the ears, they're kind of furry. And they're both males, and they're just they love each other. I mean, they get along. And she bonded them. She didn't put them together right away. And then she did it at short periods of time. Now they're together all the time. They're very calm. Yeah, I think that's probably what one of them is. I miss my dog, but I'm at my son's house, so I have a dog and a cat over there. If I could afford it, and that by the time I would get a Shih Tzu, and I think to have an animal where I live, you have to pay a $300 deposit, and I don't feel like I could afford the vet bills. You have a Yorkie. Those are neat little dogs too. I like the little dogs. I When I lived on the ranch, we had the bigger dogs, farm dogs outside, but for the house, I like the little dogs. And my Shih Tzu, her name was Nutmeg, and that's the name she came with. She was a rescue dog. She was 2 years old when my son got her for me. And I called her my little girl. And I love that dog. My guinea pigs are nice to my kids. They don't bite them at all. That is good, Jessica. Yeah, I never thought I could pet these guinea pigs, but since they've been outside, I can. You're spoiled. Oh, you know what? Animals love us unconditionally. They don't care what you look like. They don't care the color of your skin. As long as you treat them well and they're fed and you love them, they love you back. They don't care when you get up in the morning if your hair is sticking straight up. They just love you. There's been days, I haven't said it for a long time, but there was a while back I said, I think I love animals more than people. Yeah, I think you showed him that one time when I was not too long ago when I was on there. You know what? Animals, when especially when you're alone, you know, they are comforting. My little Shih Tzu, she knew when I was sad, and she'd stick close by me. Photo palms whenever I'm working from home. Yeah, our animals are they're just I always said, and maybe I shouldn't say this, but when I hear that somebody doesn't like animals, I question their personality or their honesty or their credibility, or I just question when they don't like animals. Whenever I cry, my cat will come over and like, yes, mm-hmm, yep. They sense and they're very protective. Yeah, and it's true. You know, they say somebody comes to the door and your dog normally is pretty mellow, or you're walking your dog and your dog starts barking and is very upset, you need to question what that other person, you know, you need to kind of stay away. A funniest thing years ago, my son and I had this cat who kind of came with the house, and we called her the old gray cat. And we kind of rescued her. I think she had been neglected and she had become very protective. Let's see, Jackie. Oh, thanks, Jackie, for coming in. I appreciate you. Good night and God bless. And, I lived in Idaho and there was lots of snow and my landline went out. And it was my day off from the hospital, but because of the bad weather, they needed me to go to work. And they sent the local police department to knock on my door and ask me if I could go to work. And the old gray cat, her hair just stood straight up, just like a guard dog. And I remember the officer saying, wow, you have a guard cat. And I'd never really seen a cat do that. But I guess because we rescued that cat, it became very protective of us. Jackie, I'm looking forward to seeing the jewelry art. I love it when people send me pictures. And I was hoping English Rose would be on here too, because I want to ask her if I can show her red truck jewelry art. Because before I show anyone's, I ask permission. I respect your privacy and I will always ask you permission. Can I do a video on it? Can I show it? So, and I always want to give you credit for it. But she sent me a picture, and I think the red truck is so cool. So when I see her, I like I said, it's Christmas Day, and you know, didn't know if anyone would be able to come on. So I appreciate so much. Anyway, I think I will cut this short. Um, I had to crawl in a window once when I locked myself out. I thought my cat was gonna, oh my gosh, your cat was really protecting your house. That reminds me, I didn't have an animal at that time, but I locked myself out once, and it's a good thing the bedroom window was unlocked. But think about this. I could get into the garage, but we didn't have a door from the garage into the kitchen. I had to go in the garage and get a ladder, and I had to crawl through the window, but I had my bathrobe on. That probably wasn't a pretty sight. And that was in, oh gosh, maybe 1990. I was a lot younger then. But we had our front door was one of those doors. Unless you unlocked, it was just an automatic lock. And I went out for some dumb reason. I'd have been in trouble if I didn't have that bedroom window unlocked. 'Cause, we didn't have cell phones then. Yeah. Anyway, thank you all. And I appreciate the super chat. That was my very first super chat I ever got. And I'm glad everybody enjoyed their day. God bless you. And I am planning on coming on New Year's Day. I will do a few items, but remember, no pressure. If you want it just like we're doing today, that is fine. I just enjoy everyone in and try to go into some of these new channels, or not new channels, but maybe a channel that you hadn't heard of, and support each other. And Paula, and I'm really happy that you're back. You weren't for a while, but I understand. And just appreciate everyone. Spread happiness. Some days, hey, I'm not always up to par too. But just try to smile. There's too many people out there grumpy. That's one thing sometimes I don't like to go shopping anymore, because somebody said, well, you got mask on, you can't, yeah, but you can see the smile in the eyes. So anyway, I'm going to shut up and get off of here. God bless you. Love you guys, and see you next week. Bye, everyone.